I'm fixing this right now. I'm fixing it right now. Oh my gosh. I'm fixing this right now. Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm fixing this. Okay. We need OBS. We need source visibility. Title. Mic. Unmute. Sure. Source. Mic. Okay. I think that's gonna do it. So when I did debut stuff, I changed some things. Let me just. Oh, okay. I need that. Okay. Okay, hang on. Sorry. Man. I figured you guys could hear me after I pressed the button on my deck, but man. So sorry. I swear I'm professional. I know how to do this. Just changed all my stuff. Okay, we just need unmute. Okay, one. I'm checking my old settings because it's been a second. Okay. Audio mixer. Mic. Source. Man, clearly I haven't had enough Mountain Dew today. I thought, okay, I really thought about having, another dew before stream, but I decided against it. That might have been a mistake. It might have been a mistake, but it's okay. You live and you live and you learn. How is everyone doing? How is today? It's an important day. It is the football day. I mean, the Blood Bowl day. You know what I mean. It's important. The big ball day. Sanguinius must have been excited for the Blood Bowl before he heard what it actually was. Yeah, I guess he might have been like, oh, is it like the Punch Bowl or something? Because for him, Blood Bowl, I would think it's like a Punch Bowl, if I'm being honest. We need, and this one. Options. There. Okay. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, this in theory next time it should do what it's supposed to do. But you know, we'll see. You spent $500 on Custodes? Whoa. I just looked over and people are they're dropping their money on minis. Good for you. Good for you. I hope that was good for you. Oh my gosh. Wow. Your model arrived in the mail today. That makes you my first official piece of mail too. Yay! Okay, I'm sorry, catching up on chats. Once Your Gamer, I'm so glad that your mini came in. Yeah, I know that you were one of the people that I owed a mini from like a year ago, guys. Oh gosh, it was so bad. I had a subathon. It was like over a year ago. We did Vampire Month. It was, well, Vampire Week. It was great. It was a lot of fun. And one of the the rewards was a Aurelia mini. And I got a mini made, but it was terrible. It was so bad. I'm not gonna tell you like who designed and printed. It was, oh gosh, it was a nightmare. And so I was like, these are so bad, I can't even ship them to my people. Oh, so wait, let me clarify. The design was okay. I needed to spend more money to make the design better. But when I got them printed by the same people, like I ordered 5 and like 4 of them arrived broken. They use like, you know, you use bubble wrap to wrap minis and fragile things, right? Well, they used the bubble wrap that's like decorative. It was like super shiny and like not bubbly. And so 4 of them arrived broken. And when I was like, hey, like 4 of these arrived broken, like I pulled them out of the box and they were broken. And he was like, oh, well, like, you know, that's like the carrier's fault. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but like your wrapping skills was bad. Like I went to go pick up a mini and it slid out of the bubble wrap. And I was like, it was terrible. It was poorly done. And he's like, well, you're gonna have to pay like at least 50% for like for us to send you new minis. And I was like, no, that's not, no, that's wild, man. Like this is, yeah, I understand they could have roughed up the box. Like they could have roughed up the mail. They didn't, by the way. The box was like pretty intact. So it was so bad. And then they were like, oh, can you like send them back to us? And I'm like, what? Why? And they were like, yeah, like I don't have an option for you to like not return them to me. And it was on Etsy. And I was like, that's not true. I've had refunds before and that's not the case. Like I talked to Etsy support and like they said that wasn't the case, that you could just refund me. And they're like, oh yeah, it turns out there is an option for that. I'm like, yeah, you're a liar. Sorry. I'm just going off. I was really mad. So all that to say, I reached out to the people I owed minis and I said, hey, can I send you like a mini later once I get like a better one done? And they all said, yeah, okay, that's fine. So I've had the new mini. I've had it for like, I've had it since like August. Yeah, so I've been waiting for the model debut so I could send them the minis. But I've had them for a bit, so they finally got them, which is good. Sounds like you need a new printer. Oh yeah, I ditched that guy as soon as like I thought it was gonna be good, and it just wasn't. I was so surprised. And then okay, now for a point of comparison, the guy that is currently printing the Aurelia minis, I got a Sanguinius mini from him. It's a really gorgeous mini. And it came and like the sword was snapped off. Like it was wrapped so nicely. No, Adobe, I do not want to update my computer. I'm not restarting my computer. Why would I do that? Anyways, this like it was wrapped really well in the bubble wrap, but the sword was snapped off when it arrived. And I was like, oh hey, like this happened. And he's like, oh man, I'm so sorry. Let me ship you a new one. Shipped me a completely brand new mini. Free of charge, like because I sent him a picture of it in the bubble wrap and you could just tell like it was like unfortunate, but he was, yeah. Hi Goomba, hi, how are you? Can we get a shout out for can I do a shout out from here? No, I can't. I'm just dumb. Hi, good to see you. Let's see. Thanks. My mods are better at this than me. They're better at this than me. We're learning about Blood Bowl today because I know nothing about it, and Zoran mentioned it when we were streaming, and I was like, maybe I should learn. And today's a good day. Today is sports day. Yeah, Deadly Mouse. That's what I think most people should do if your minis arrive broken, like in the wrapping. Like if you were careless, that's another thing. But like it arrived broken. So, oh, you want the soundbite of that? Yeah, that's fine. But you make it seem like I don't thank you guys enough. You guys, man, I swear I treat my mods good. I treat them good. I've read the Blood Bowl book. It's a pretty fat book. I didn't realize there was like a trilogy. I had no idea, and apparently it's a fat trilogy. Mods are never treated properly. That's not mods. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Yeah, Goomba's here. He's on the Twitch side. Yeah. Oh man, you marked me as a favorite. Thank you. I don't limit your food intake. Man. Oh, good. Okay, the YouTube mods are being nice. They're saying that I'm the best boss and that, yeah, they said that. Yay! Look, okay, I'll screenshot because you guys are gonna call me liars. Okay, let me save this. Here, I'll prove it to you. Oh man, I've been up close this whole time. Well, I was ranting about mini printing. But by the way, Last Hope Miniatures, you know, he's the one who sent me the nice new mini. He's awesome. He's great. So, you know, support him. I gotta pull up a source. Oh! Do you like Big Sanguinius? That was not intentional. But that was funny. Sanguinius jump scare. There, proof. Proof on the YouTube side that I'm a good boss. There you go. See? I looked away for 1 second when you was Sanguinius flashbang. I opened up, I put a image source on my screen, but it like showed the last image I had up, but it put it full screen. I was like, whoa. What does YouTube know? They know a lot, actually. I won't have you belittle and demean YouTube. They know what they're doing. No, I don't always have that image up. I will say it was my computer wallpaper for a bit. My desktop wallpaper. Yes, it's normal Sanguinius art. Okay, here. I'll show it to you. I'll prove that's what it was. Wasn't sus. It wasn't. I don't have sus art of Sanguinius. Okay, 1 sec. I'm gonna make it like a reasonable size so you guys aren't there. See? Why don't you have sus art of Sanguinius? Because I'm a stand-up person? I don't know. I mean, I just don't. That's actually not true. I don't like having, like, sus art. It goes against my principles. I don't get it made. I don't look at it. It's just not, in my opinion, I have better ways to spend my money and my time. So I don't engage in that. So she looks up instead. She doesn't need to keep it. No, I don't go looking for it either. I don't do that. But I do appreciate the Sanguinius art that I see. The, you know, the safe kind of the safe variety. But I don't go looking for it. It's not my thing. It's not good for your brain. So, you know, I stay away from it. It really messes with your head. So there's spicy art hidden in the vault of Mars. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. So, eye is the window of the soul after all. Well said. Well said. There you go. I'm stretching, getting ready, you know, for sports day. I found out the history of the Blood Bowl from Adeptus Ridiculous. Did I already read that, or did I just not read it out loud? I saw that they have like a whole long video on it. We're not gonna listen to that because it's like what? It's like almost 2 hours. but I was going to watch a video from Mr. Bones, and then they've got a bunch of trailers we were gonna check out. So Valentine's art idea for you. You in a golden dress having dinner with Sanguinius, who's in a white suit with a red shirt and a white tie with wine glasses, raisin cheers. Yeah. Look. Do you know how many pieces of art sorry. You know how many ideas I have of like Sanguinia's art that I want to get done? I want it so bad. There's especially one person I really want to get art from, or for Aurelia art, I guess. But I reach out, I'm like, hey, do you have commissions open? And they do commissions, I know they do. But like they've never responded, so I'm wondering if they're on another social media platform where I can contact them, because I try to contact them through Twitter, and I've done it a couple times, but I really want art. It's gonna be so cool and so pretty. Oh well. The only way to settle the battle of the mods, YouTube mods versus Twitch mods in a Blood Bowl match? Yeah, I guess we'd have to figure out, I think most of them are on Twitch. I mean, all of them I think have, or like the majority of them have YouTube and Twitch accounts, like just in case. But there's like 2 that are like the primary ones on YouTube, and then like the rest are usually on Twitch. So let's see, I'm gonna pop this out so I can see YouTube better. There we go. I can see YouTube better because I can see your guys' comments. They're just not on the screen. Cool model lady, what are we watching today? Blood Bowl stuff. I don't know, I know very little about it. I learned a little bit yesterday from Twitter, but I don't know anything else. Oh shoot, I left. Oops, oh well. Blood Bowl is quite literally the fantasy football game that has a tabletop set of rules. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I thought it was just like, I don't know what I thought Blood Bowl was, and then I started looking at it and I was like, huh, oh, okay. Never heard of it. It is like one of the tabletop games. Are you gonna play it today? No, I don't have anyone to like play it with, and I would have to learn, and I don't know how long that thing takes. But perhaps another time. You know, of course I choose it right when like football season is ending. So you know, when I could have actually done stuff. Yeah. All I know is that there's a funny corn boy who makes a good spokesperson. I didn't even know that. Hang on, we're gonna do a thing really fast. There we go. That'll help me. Good. There we go. Yeah, and I also heard there's another Chaos God. There are AI opponents in the game. Yeah, okay, well then I just don't know how to play. Yeah, I've heard it's in like it's a more modern setting. Okay, I'll have to check it out on my own time to see if I can like learn and play it, because that would be kind of fun. But I've not bought the game or like got anything for it set up. I have to boot up my other computer and play it. And awesome. I was going to watch the Super Bowl, or thank you for the super chat, Kitsune. Were you going to watch the Super Bowl, or are you not anymore? I mean, honestly, it's kind of fair that people want to watch the Super Bowl. Oh, I have a question. Maybe I'm asking the wrong people. There's this thing that I've heard of that I've not like heard like before. I've heard the Puppy Bowl. What is that? Like, so for context, like I do have like a team that I like. It's like a team that my family roots for. So we like the Bears. So obviously they're not in the Super Bowl. If they were, I'd go watch it, but like, you know, they're not, so I'm not going to. But like, what is the Puppy Bowl? I've never heard of it before. And like, if I get invited to a Super Bowl party, like I'll go. But like, just puppies playing with a ball? Oh. Interesting. Okay. In a pen that looks like the stadium. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's what it is. That sounds so much better than American football. I mean, I don't know. Yes, da Bears. Da Bears. So, there used to be an Olympics version of Puppy Bowl? Oh yeah, the Olympics are going on too. I've not looked at anything for that. I've not looked at anything Olympics related. I don't know, as I've gotten older, I don't really keep up with it. I felt like I kept up with it more when I was like a child. I was like, okay, what's on tonight? Like, let's watch the highlights. Let's watch the figure skating, the very pretty dresses. I do like the dresses in the figure skating. So sorry, I almost choked on my water. I only pay attention to the horse shows and the ice skating. Wait, there's horse stuff? Horse shows. Triage? Oh, wait. Is that... Oh. Wait. What? Yeah, I was like, wait, horses? That sounds like it would be like the summer. Okay. Okay, I was like, what? I don't remember horses in winter. I didn't realize they had that sport too. I didn't realize that. Don't die on stream, it's against TOS. Yeah, I guess. Oh, I won't do that then. Okay, good to know. Because I was like, what? What? Horses? Let's see, what's my favorite? I enjoy, you just like the general, like the sprinting, like 100-yard sprint, 200 and the 400. I like those. If I was, okay, fun fact. If I never did, it's fine, whatever. I never did track and field, but if I was going to do an event, I would probably be good at hurdles. That would be mine. I was thinking about this for a while. I've been wanting to make my Emperor's Children Warlord have a cool helmet, so I thought of a cool lore of him taking out a Blade Champion Custodian. That's heresy. That's heresy. That's heresy and a half. That's no. Nope. Unacceptable. Heresy. Yes, I agree, Chad. Burn him in the name of the Emperor. I mean, they have to be really good to beat a Custodian. I mean, like, in the sense that the Custodian has to be, like, incredibly wounded. Not to rain on your parade or anything. They would have to be insanely good, because not only do the Custodians have better reach because of just their overall size and strength, on top of that, like, they got a spear. It's a cool concept. I'm interested to hear how you best a Custodian. Yeah, I'm curious. Let him cook. I'm sure there's a good story that comes behind it, because, like, I'm like, ooh, I'd really like to see that, like, written down. Yeah, insanely wounded or the Emperor's Child is Lucius. Yeah. Aurelia's smooth forehead means she can jump with no wind resistance. It's not bald Aurelia right now. It's not bald Aurelia right now, but I know someone's gonna toggle it here in a moment. Lucius would win because his body theft thing he can do. Yeah, what do you do in that case? Because I think even if a Custodian did, like... I think even if a Custodian did take him out, like, inevitably it would show some amount of satisfaction. Or even if it didn't, the manufacturer of said weapon. I took that as an opportunity to hydrate. Oh, I should show you guys. I have a picture of the mini. I saw someone asked for like the mini link. 1 second. I can show you guys a picture. I assembled it. And I took a picture of it. So you guys can see what it looks like. This one, it's a little bit, it's not the tabletop sized one. So it's not gonna be quite, it'll be a little large. All right. Let me slide myself over. Okay. There you go. That's the picture that I took to the designer. They wanted to see what the mini looked like. That's the one picture I have. I didn't take any more. But yeah, so you can see it's kind of large. How tall is it? Let me see. I'm getting my ruler out. It's like 2 3/4 inches tall. This one is. Oh, hi, Sotek. Hi. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. They did a good job. They did a really good job. Is that the 50 millimeter? No. I think that the character is 50 millimeters tall. Let me, 1 second. Wait, I'm just gonna plug it in. I can't be bothered to do math. So this one is about 70 millimeters from the bottom of the rock to the top of the head. It might be a little shorter than that. But yeah, it turned out really nice. Yeah, so on the listing, there's 2 versions. You can get a 50 millimeter or you can get the 75 millimeter. Those are your 2 options. The 55 should be closer to like tabletop size. It might be a little large still, but who cares? Thoughts on the lore? Oh, is there more? Okay. My warlord has an ability to make everything into a rhythm game, including combat, so it would be like an extreme rhythm game challenge, but I think he would love that. That's the lore for how he managed to actually beat the custodian. Oh, okay, so that's interesting. Yeah, I could see that. I personally, so I don't want you to get the wrong opinion. I'm personally very fond of the custodians, so anyone who like goes up against like, yeah, they would get beat, I'm like, would they? Would they really? So I'm doubtful, because you don't think a custodian could be really good at a rhythm game? What? The timing? Oh, was there a while? I was like, huh? When are we gonna throw down on the pitch? I don't know. I've never played Blood Bowl. I was just telling them that. I'm glad you guys found that funny. I didn't realize the wah went off. Yeah, I'll learn. I told them I was going to learn later. Ew! I'm not a Harlequin. No. Gross. Wait, what part of that video said I was a Harlequin? What part of my outfit said I was a Harlequin? You didn't see me with a mask. You didn't see me with weird diamonds. Like, the only diamond that I have is the one right here on my pauldron. I don't know what you're on about. I was in the Black Library. That doesn't necessarily mean... No clown, only elf. That's a soul stone? Well, maybe. No. I'm not a clown. I mean, you could argue I am a clown, but I'm not a harlequin. Well, there's spirit stones. That was the intent. But yeah, obviously I'm an abhuman. Man, I don't even know what to do with this bit anymore. I don't know what to do with this bit anymore. That's what a harlequin would say. I don't have tongue tracking, but you... I blow raspberries at you. I think you're silly. I think you're silly. I got Steve today. He now lives on my backpack. Yay! I'm so happy. My Uwu Market merch is supposed to come tomorrow. It's supposed to come tomorrow. I've been waiting 2 months. That's the downside with Uwu Market. It's great. But I will say the Orchid 8 stuff comes so much faster. If you didn't get a shirt, the shirts will take a little bit, but yeah. Why are we making fart noises? I am blowing raspberries because I want chat to be quiet. That was why. That was why. People were saying heretical things. I did bite off a bit more than I could chew. This is true. This is true. I think my Orchid 8 pack should come in early this week. Yay! Yeah, I don't know how they're doing it for the, like, the bundles. If they're doing... I should ask. But I assume they would do 2 sets of shipping so that they would get all of the stuff that was ready to go with you guys. Like, they would send it out right away, and then the shirts once they were, you know, caught up. But... Oh, well, yeah, Bricky would know the details. I'm just gonna reach out to my Orchid 8 person, but I'm pretty sure they'll do it in, like, 2 waves. I don't imagine why they would, like, wait, but, you know, I'll ask. But we also have that plushie petition that I want to keep, I want to hype up. Do you guys like Doros? Not you, Sotek. Cover your eyes. Cover your eyes, Sotek. You don't want to see this. Do I have it moving? Yes, I do. You guys like Doros? This little guy? We're gonna get a plushie made of it. We need more people to back it so we can make a plushie, but I think it would be hilarious to make a plushie of the of this little Doro. Puntable Skitter. No, you can't do that. That's mean. We're gonna put it there. It's just gonna hang out there. You guys don't mind, right? It'd be kind of cool. I should see if I can get one to, like, sit on my shoulder. I probably on the other shoulder makes the most sense. Like right there. I'll look into that. But for now, it's going down there. Look at it. So cute. So small. But yeah, we're working on getting that plushie petition done. We have like a month for people to say they're interested in getting one made. And I think we've made good progress. Let me open the link. Yeah, we're like 30% of the way through, which is pretty solid. That's pretty solid. So, you know, slowly working towards that goal. I thought she said Doritos. No, Doro. The Doro. Please give it clothes first. Well, it's not really a person.
Yes.
It's like a creature. So like it's like a little animal, really. So it doesn't need clothes. Imagine it's like a weird gremlin that took my hair and put it on its face. I see what you're saying, Hellman. I think it's very creative. I think it's a very creative way to have him get his helmet. I'm just biased. But it is very creative. I've never heard of a story like that before. I love the new model. I haven't got the chance to see it since you've updated. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Do you want to see the helmet? I plan to use the helmet when I need to lock in. This is not one of those moments. Yeah. La Critora. That. There you go. There's the helmet. It's pretty great. I need to get a filter for when I have the helmet on, but I haven't done it yet. Oh, and thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate it. Grey School Power Company, Larry Lisman, Cthulhu, Biosama. What do you think of the 30k new helmets? Oh, I barely looked at the helmets. 1 second. 30k Custodes helmets. They kind of 30k Custodes. Where are the new pictures? I feel like those should have popped up first when I looked it up. Let me see. So I won't lie, it makes me think of Abaddon, like the kind of bizarre, like I don't really like that top knot look, like where it has like the stick and then the plume. I personally don't like that. It's okay. Yeah, it's yeah, it's okay. I do like the eagle. I like the way the eagle wings look on this one. That is nice. I do enjoy that. But I've never really liked Abaddon's look, if I'm being honest. Since you're a psyker, do your eyes go purple when using your powers? No, actually, they don't. My eyes don't really, like, you can't really see them glowing, but the tattoos glow. I think it was made to make them look taller. Yeah, they don't even need that, though, because, like, the Custodes are fairly tall. So... yeah, I think I like the old helmets better. It's kind of back and forth. Actually, probably what I would do... well, no, they're very tall helmets. Like, I'm looking at my... let's see, I'm looking at the Custodes on my desk. They just seem less egregious. Those just seem, like, obnoxiously tall. Have you seen the Astartes Anonymous ranking Primarchs by bodybuilding standards? Sanguinius got second to last. Well, okay, I'm thinking the last one was probably Fulgrim, correct? I'm assuming the last one was Fulgrim. It depends on the picture you have of Sanguinius. Because, like, if you're being honest, okay, I'm gonna be blunt. The two Primarchs that, have the least bodybuilding potential are, like, depending on how you draw them, they have twink vibes. Fulgrim, for example, I've seen a lot of people draw Fulgrim like a twink. So, Mortarion? Oh, well, yeah, it kind of depends. Really? I'm surprised it's Mortarion. Yeah, but they also do that for Sanguinius. They do draw... you either get, like, Sanguinius that's, like, traditionally, like, handsome and, like, standard build, or you get him, like, real skinny. Morty got that farm boy build. I want to know, like, if they did pre-heresy for some of the you know, the trader Primarchs. I'm really curious. Mortarian's just fat? No, I don't necessarily think it's fat. It's just is it the armor? Because like Mortarian before, like, what, definitely not fat. I don't think any of the Primarchs are really capable of being fat unless they like really overindulge. It's like Thor. Think about like Thor from Avengers. Like, he really let himself go, and then he got, you know, he got chubby and fat. But like the Primarchs would really have to work hard to get fat because they're just like, you know, they're like demigods. They're very efficient. Their bodies are very efficient. The real reason there were no female Primarchs is because Slaanesh would have grown too strong. That is true. 100% true. Thank you for the super chat. But that's what I'm saying here. So I can see why Sanguinius is ranked low, because sometimes they draw him like that, which I really don't think he's that way, because look, guys, he has wings. And one of the things that we don't think about, because we don't have wings, is that you need very strong core and back muscles to fly. Like, he's vertical and flying through the air. So just regular flying, getting off the ground with armor. But if you wanted to fly horizontally, he needs to keep his core tight. You don't hollow bones. No, that's not how it works. It works for birds, but he's not a bird. He's a person. He's have to have very good back muscles, very good core. Like, yeah, you could argue, maybe his limbs aren't as like built. He is not necessarily though. He has wings. That doesn't mean he's like a. I imagine the wings have bird bones, so they're hollow, but that doesn't mean the rest of his bones are hollow. Like, he would absolutely get wrecked if his bones were hollow. He's a psyker. He doesn't need muscles to fly, but he's a psyker in the sense that he can, like, he gets visions and can kind of like see the future. That's not the same. I had the mental image of Primarchs eating Carnifexes to actually put on fat. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Thank you for the super chat. But oh, I hate that. Sanguinius's wingspan, it's got to be at least his height. So I think people say he's like 12 feet tall. So his wingspan's got to at least be like 12 feet, probably more, probably closer to like 15 or 16 feet. Because you need really big wings. Hang on. Is this okay? Well, you know, I'm gonna ask because I'm not sure. Is there proof that Sanguinius's ability to fly is psychic? I have not heard of this, but I am willing to, you know, admit when I'm wrong or that I don't know something. Use a joy toy for scale. Oh yeah, that's fair. It's at least 60% his height. It might even be double his height. No, but if there's evidence, oh, yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. If he wears a full suit of armor, he probably doesn't have hollow bones. That's what I think his wings can be hollow bones. I think that's fair. Okay, but where is this? I'm looking at like the AI overview and it says it's confirmed, but I don't know where this is. Give me actual links and not people guessing. Hang on. Oh, go away. Stop. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to like click off everything because I'm getting all these like dumb little pop-ups. Okay. Bone. What about muscular fat? Like, gorillas. Yeah, see, that's fine. And I imagine, I've talked about this before, Lehman Russ probably has like the dad gut. So, I mean, it's just different. He's not the six-pack guy, but he's strong. So I agree, PK. Thank you for the super chat. We've talked about it before. He can fly without powers. I mean, wait, are we still talking about sanguinius? Does anyone have any, like, evidence? Okay. So it just says, I'm looking on this page to see if there's anything, because I'm just checking. I'm not seeing anything on this one page that I'm looking at. My word is my evidence. How about that? No, that's not how that works. That's not how facts work. That's not how it works. Because I was like, dude, I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong. Fun fact, in order to have wings to fly, humans would need wings 3 times their height, I assume you're saying. So sanguis probably has larger wings. So, okay, so even more. So if he's 12 feet tall, he has probably a wingspan of 36 feet. That's 12 meters for you Europeans. So when you say he can fly without powers, he jumps from a Thunderhawk. Like, you can, but he still has wings? You can... I'm really curious what you mean, because fear to tread, like, yeah, he can jump out of it, but he can catch himself in flight. I need to know more. I need to know more, because I was not under the impression that, like, you know, he couldn't... I figured he could just fly because he has wings. He doesn't... It's not magic. It's just his, like, physiology. So that he doesn't need them to fly. Well, did he say that? I've not heard anyone give me really anything. No quotes or anything. But if it's in Fear to Tread, tell me where. I want to know. I'm actually curious. I don't need sleep, I need answers. Correct. Didn't get one of his wings pinned in one of his fights at one point. Just reread your Sanguinius book. There's a couple of them. Because that one, it's not... So the Sanguinius book... the Great Angel, that one is, it has Sanguinius in it, but Sanguinius isn't like, it's not from Sanguinius's perspective. It's from another guy that is studying Sanguinius. Read them books. You know how many books there are? You know how many books there are that have Sanguinius mentioned, or like a non-trivial part? He's very popular. But Fear to Tread might be the one where it pops up, but I'm not sure. But if anyone does know, I am actually curious. I'm not being like, no, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. Like, I'm not going to listen to you. No, I'm curious. If you do find it, let me know. Just reread the whole Heresy, 2 days tops. I don't think it's mentioned in the Heresy. I think if it was going to be mentioned, it would be the Eternity Gate, or it would be in Fear to Tread, because you get your fight with Angron, and then, you know, you get your other fights in the Cygnus cluster. So, yeah. Yeah, his feathers. Yeah, no, his feathers are like really strong too. I saw them and I was like, dang. My simple elf brain cannot comprehend. Sure. Can I go cross-eyed with this model? I haven't tried it. Did it go? I actually have not tried going cross-eyed, and I can't see when I do it. Did my model go cross-eyed? Nope. Okay. That might be something I just have to program. I tried. Look, look, look. I'm not his lore keeper. I don't need to know everything about him. I try to know everything. My iris is shrunk? Oh, okay. That's what happened. BK, thank you for the super chat. Do Primarchs have multiple organs like Space Marines? How many stomach, intestines, and livers do they have? It might also make them look fat. Actually, I haven't looked into that. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, okay, let's be honest. Space Marines have multiple organs, but they're like really important organs. So like the 2 hearts, the extra lung, like they're not necessarily going to have extra like intestines. I think the Primarchs could. I haven't checked. I honestly haven't looked into it. I wouldn't be surprised if they had extra hearts. They got lots of extra organs. I'm sure the Primarchs have some measure of that. He says in the book Lost... hang on. We have answers, people! He says in the book The Lost and the Damned that he shouldn't be able to fly. He would need to be dissected to find out. So Sanguinius is like a bumblebee. That's what I'm learning. Oh my goodness, because do you guys know bumblebees shouldn't be able to fly, but they defy all physics and fly anyway? Bumblebees don't care. So, you know, that's the lesson. Sanguinius is a bumblebee. He is a bumblebee. Yeah, so, okay, based on that, it does seem like there is some amount of psychic ability that makes him fly. It seems like that could be the case. Is he making some sound when he flies? Well, bumblebees... No, because the wings are different. Bumblebees, they have the really tiny wings, and they're like... Bzzz, like, they go quick. He has bird wings. They don't make that noise. The Sanguinius be like, I never learned physics as a child, so gravity doesn't affect me. Facts. 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 I just like the concept of Sanguinius is like, doesn't matter, I fly anyways. Woo. He flies like a hummingbird? No, I don't think the wings are jointed in that manner where, because hummingbirds, they actually, the way that their wings fly, it goes in, is it an ellipsis? No, it's just the infinity sign. So it goes forward and back, and it goes in like the infinity pattern. That's how they fly. It's pretty cool. Does it matter? Angron was the most jacked and lost every fight. Also, the bumblebee thing was figured out. It's awesome. Like, they figured out how bumblebees fly, like, actually. Because I just heard that they're, like, so big and fat that they just can't do it. I got a Reddit link where a guy wrote an excerpt from the book. Okay, let me, Angry Gruffy, go to the Discord, and if you put it in the, live stream chat, I'll read it. I'll look at it, because I want to see. No, I'm not saying, look, I was not fat shaming the bees. I was saying that they were fat and they shouldn't be able to fly. Like, that was what the science said. The science is like, we don't know how they fly because they're just too chubby. I didn't say it was a bad thing. I like that bumblebees are fat. It's cute. Oh my gosh. Except, yeah, like, they're just cute. And in any case, it's a bee. It's not a person. It's very different. Me criticizing a bumblebee is different from me criticizing a person. I should be allowed to criticize a bumblebee should I choose. Oh my gosh. Yes, thank you for your help. I'm very curious to see this source. The bumblebees in chat are heartbroken now. Yeah. They're gonna get out the Google Doc. I'm gonna get canceled. The day I really start building my custodian army is I find talent. Yes! 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 Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sending this. Let's take a look here. All right. Okay, so this is a Reddit thread. r/40k lore, some questions in regard to Sanguinius and his wings. So someone said, hang on, I'm reading. There's a big block paragraph, so I'm making sure I say the right things. See, I haven't read this book. I need to read this one now. Okay, I'll just read this whole thing out. I'll read this whole thing out. Since it's a little involved, but I kind of think it's cool. All right, let me slide this over here so I'm looking at you guys while I read it. Okay, this will be interesting. Sanguinius flew under a ceiling of fire. His strong wings bore his armored form easily over the sprawl of his father's palace. Not for the first time, he marveled at the artifice that had gone into the creation of his wings. Most winged creatures, analogous to the Terran vertebrates, had keel bones to anchor their flight muscles. The ones that did not were gliders, not flyers. They could not beat their wings. For his own amusement, Sanguinius had once calculated how far his sternum should project to allow him to fly if he had followed the same design as a bird. 2.5 meters should have covered it. Yet, he had a human form, with no grotesque deformities. Indeed, they called him beautiful. Exactly how he was able to fly would have been impossible to determine without having himself dissected. His father never spoke with him about his wings. Sanguinius had often wondered if they were part of the Emperor's design or were the outward signs of Chaos's blight upon his soul. The servants of the ruinous powers had intimated as much to him. They lie, Sanguinius said, through gritted teeth, his words torn from his mouth and left behind as he wheeled through Terra's tortured heaven. If the Emperor had made the wings, Sanguinius assumed that a musculature of the most inspired design had been incorporated into his body. The wings were broad and strong, and glorious to look upon. They lifted him and the great mass of his armor easily. He could control his great pinions as finely as fingers, wow, tilting them individually this way and that to catch the air perfectly. When he moved his feathers so, air ran over the barbs like water over a hand. The sensation pleased him greatly. That's kind of cool. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily prove that it's psychic. It could be psychic, but there's also a component that it could also be the Emperor's really awesome design. So we don't know. We don't know if it's warp mutation, well, for him at least getting his wings. So we don't know. So it's a mixture. So no one is like completely right here. We can both kind of be right. We don't know. Thank you for sharing this. This was a delight to read. That was fascinating. The fact that he can move his pinions like fingers, that's wild. That's so crazy. Did you add a halo? Yes, this is my halo. I love the halo. There you go, put that there. I once draw a space bee. I call it Bethulu. I like that. I like that. I love that. Oh, Gladalac? Thank you for subscribing. Yes, this is my iron halo. It protects me. Okay, that's I'm keeping this open. I'm gonna look into this more. But I like that whole paragraph. Thank you so much. I need to read this. The Lost and the Damned. Okay, that'll be another book I read. Especially if Jonathan Keeble narrates it. I really appreciate that, honestly. I'm like, oh, cool. Okay, should we do Blood Bowl things? I just realized we've been talking for like an hour. We did not talk about Blood Bowl yet. We have not watched the videos that we were gonna watch. Got distracted. Good to see you, Dino God. Mm-hmm. All right, I'll move this over here. That way I can see the chats. I came across you on Twitter and followed since. I look forward to enjoying the company of Custodian. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I was very surprised with some of the Twitter posts, honestly. They popped off. Yeah. But I'm so glad to see you here, Zero Hunter. And we're gonna do Blood Bowl, because I've not done Blood Bowl. I'm more of a 40k. I know a little bit of fantasy. I dabble a little, but it's mainly like my friends that teach me that stuff. So, okay. It's time to blood the bulls. Yes. Get your bulls bloodied. Okay, that sounded weird. I won't say that again. I won't say that again. I'm gonna switch the screen. Okay, I'll turn the halo off because, you know, we'll be watching videos and stuff. Let's see. One moment. I'm just making myself a little smaller. Okay, so this is a video I found by Mr. Bones 40k. What is Blood Bowl? It's from 1 year ago, so it's recent. Doing this during the Super Bowl, good timing. Yeah, if only I knew how to play the game. That would have been really smart. But I don't know how to play, so yeah. Aurelia should do more Warhammer Fantasy. Lizardman would be her vibe because of all the gold. I actually like the Empire of Man and kind of Bretonia. But mainly the Empire of Man. I like them a lot. Yeah, I just don't know how to play Blood Bowl, and it's like trying to learn today. Like, I was not prepared for that. I clearly didn't have enough caffeine earlier. So we're gonna do a quick audio test. Turn my background music off. So we're gonna do a quick test of the audio, and you guys let me know if it's like too quiet or too loud, and we'll go from there.
Hi, I'm Arthur, and I know this is not 40k, but I want you to set aside.
Okay, what do we think? Was that good? It seemed decent. Might need to be a little higher, I think. Ah, the French. Sounded good? Okay. Blood Bowl isn't that hard to learn, but which one is best to play can be up for debate. Some prefer Blood Bowl 1 or over 2. And then now there's 3 out, correct? That's what I saw. Yeah, 3 editions so far. Okay. We will begin. All right. We're going to learn about Blood Bowl. Don't play 3. What's wrong with 3? Was there something wrong with Blood Bowl 3? I'm curious now. What's wrong with it? It's like Dawn of War 3. Oh, that's bad. 3 is fine now. I'm getting mixed signals. Give it a few years. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I can accept that. It's going to be like Total War, Warhammer 40k. It's going to be like, just give it a few years and it'll get really good. The launch was terrible. Got it. Ah, I see. Okay, good to know. Then I will keep that in mind. Good thing. See, this is why I also didn't get the game, because I would have got 3 because it's the most recent one, and you guys would have been like, Aurelia, why? Why? Okay, we're starting. What is Blood Bowl?
Hi, I'm Arthur, and I...
Hang on, I do want to see what that says. I love a good meme. And then I'll probably restart it. Virgin 40k rerolls all the bad dice results. So many rulebooks, including one per army. Spending like half an hour waiting for your next turn. Oh my gosh. Half an hour if you're lucky. Half an hour if you're lucky. Oh my gosh. Not sure if you win or lose even when you're tabled. Sci-fi war game is super overdone. Each unit has its own unique rules. You never remember them all. Facts. Facts. Constant rule arguments. Boring plain D6 system. Super expensive armies and hundreds of minis paint. Yes. Chad Blood Bowl. Few rerolls for high risk, high reward. Literal fantasy football. One main rulebook with optional league book and free PDFs. Oh, that's cool. Universal skill tables and only a few extraordinary skills. Opponent rolled bad 30 seconds in. Your turn. Oh, most touchdowns wins. Easy. Rules for breaking in universe rules. And rules for bribes if you're caught. You can bribe people. Uses D6, D8, D16. Oh. And iconic blocking dice. Okay, that's interesting. 11 dudes maximum, 16 maximum per team. Okay. All right, I've been informed. Let's just start from the beginning.
Hi, I'm Arthur, and I know this is not 40k, but I want you to set aside all your differences and please acknowledge something for me. When I say the words fantasy football, what do you think of? An online draft of your best possible team?
Yes, I think that. I actually, fun fact for you people, this was when I was a child. I was like teenager. I did a fantasy football league with my dad, and we had a fantasy football team. I'm not going to say the name of it because I don't know how easily that can get traced back to me, but it was a really funny, stupid name. We did decent. We had like, because like I picked out all the dudes and like he helped me like put everything together, and yeah, he helped me run it. It was good. It was fun. We didn't win, but we did really well. So it was good.
Team doing whatever they do to get points? Wrong. You think of an orc tackling a half in football padding so hard he explodes into gory chunks before remembering he's playing a ball game and runs to score a touchdown as orc cheerleaders so foul that to look upon them directly would cause you to seize up in terror for at least a few minutes, do a dance that would make Jesus cry. Yeah, fuck you. It's Blood Bowl time. Blood Bowl fucks so goddamn hard, and you cannot tell me otherwise. I know a lot of people tell me 40k is too hyper-masculine for me to be interested in it. Yeah? Well, have you considered that you should also add American gridiron football? It doesn't solve the problem, but it makes it so that just buying a box of black orcs gives you a fucking test boost. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of censor bleeps in this video because Blood Bowl kicks ass and is my favorite setting in the Warhammer universes. Do I know a lot of its lore? No, but I don't have to. Sometimes you just look at something and go, hell yeah. Which is a lot of
I can appreciate
why
that.
Blood Bowl is beautiful. And I want to give a video dissecting its origins and a few of the most recognizable teams and maybe inspire a few of you folks to go out and grab the game. As if you're looking for more of the sauce that's in Space Marine 2, the passion that was used to make that game is in a lot of the digital Blood Bowl games like Blood Bowl 2 and Blood Bowl 3. So
I was just gonna say, I'm probably not gonna get like the actual board game, but I'll probably play the video game.
Give them a shot because they're really fun, and if you really like it, pick up one of the physical teams and maybe go visit a Games Workshop or your hobby shop, make some friends. But regardless,
friends? Who has those?
Did the Blood Bowl start? A long time ago, in the world of Warhammer Fantasy, an army of dwarves and an army of orcs were battling it out for survival atop an ancient mountain before finding a mystical cave. In said cave was a passageway leading to an ancient underground arena with various squares to denote placement. There were stands covered in dusts in the back of the cave, but more curious was the bizarre armor that was strewn about the arena, and it looked like there was armor for every single race imaginable. But it wasn't armor for combat, it was armor seemingly built for shock absorption. A dust-covered leather ball lay next to an ancient rule book that showed how to conduct an ancient religious rite in the name of an equally ancient god, Nuffle. What is Nuffle the god of? Blood Bowl. A dwarf ended up being the one to translate the text to everyone, and because of this, he was sort of the de facto rules guy to go to from now on, at least until he died, as even though he's long-lived, dwarves do die at some point. Something compelled those dwarves and orcs to play this game as a means to settle their differences, and for some reason, it worked. And thus, the first game of Blood Bowl in thousands of years has been played, launching weirdly into a golden age of peace and prosperity between all fantasy races in the world of Warhammer, as instead of waging wars, they simply played games of Blood Bowl to settle issues between cities, with tournaments to show supremacy,
if it works,
as well as having generous prizes. All races had representatives, and all cities for each race
we gotta cover that
as well.
Gotta cover that up. Don't
From humans to
eyes.
hobgoblins, there is multiple teams out there, and honestly, I just love this setting so goddamn much.
Chat.
The rules of the game have taken on many different iterations over the years, with various rules councils and the NAF, which is the main governing body over the Blood Bowl rule sets, as well as the others' teams and statistics. Basically the chief organizers to make sure games actually happen. But the main set of rules is 11 players per team can be on the pitch at any given time. No more, but you can have less, as we'll cover now, because death on the Blood Bowl pitch is quite common, you'll come to find. As even though the rules of Blood Bowl are simple, where if you get the ball from your side of the field to your opponent's end zone, you get a point, or opposite-wise, if your opponent gets the ball to your end zone, they score a point. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins. There is a few alternate win conditions, such as if every single player on your opponent's team is dead, you win, because they're disqualified for not having enough players to play the game. Though intentionally attempting to kill your opponents isn't necessarily legal, it doesn't mean people won't cheat, because punishments are not necessarily that harsh, to be completely honest.
Red card.
There are times when a team of orcs will forget they are even playing a game and slip on some brass knuckles or hoist in a few chappas from time to time just to get the job done. Let's not forget about the Skaven teams, which are known to, in the process of hiring skilled athletes, also hire skilled assassins, because if you die before the game starts, it means you can't play the game, and thus your team is likely going to be fed to Glart at the end of it because of how shittily they're going to be playing. Blood Bowl is a simple game with relatively limitless ways of playing, even the lovely Dungeon Bowl, which is... okay, I'll be honest, I don't even know how to play Dungeon Bowl, but hey, it looks cool. These are but the basics, as there are a bunch more things to cover, but they don't matter too much, as there are leagues, tournaments, the various different interpolitical things, and the brands, as there are many different brands.
This little guy
how
is
could
ugly.
I forget our lovely hosts, Bob Bifford and Jim Johnson, as you're going to see them a lot, as they're pretty much iconic to the game. Love them too. So with all the basics out of the way, let's talk about a few teams. I'm not going to cover all of the teams, but I will cover the basic ones you need to know to understand the gist of the game itself. If you want to know more, just let me know in the comments. Maybe if this picks up, I'll do a video covering all the teams in the game. So before we get lost in the weeds further, let's cover the basics with the Reichland Reavers. The most recognizable of the human teams, the Reichland Reavers have
He's
a
got the
long and storied
loafers.
career of housing some of, if not the most talented players in the many leagues of the NAF. From humble beginnings, the original name for the Reichland Reavers was the Altdorf Acolytes, which ended up getting changed the second they started to pick up some praise from around the circuit. The Reavers are kind of the poster child of the game.
I do
for
like the way
human
they
side
look.
of things, though in the most recent edition it was the nobles of the setting, but I digress. There
okay,
isn't much
that's
to know about
cool.
the Reavers, other than if you want to be okay at everything, but have nothing really great, human teams in general are just the best for that. They do have good offense, good
his
defense,
teeth.
good
Oh,
mobility,
gosh.
and also they have access to ogres, which is kind of awesome because sometimes you just want to fuck slam an orc into a wall so hard he pops into green chunks.
Very
The
based.
Elfheim Eagles.
I
The
like the old
mainstay
art.
elf team of Blood Bowl, the Elfheim Eagles are really good at a lot of things, but the fun secret about them is that they're actually a combination of two teams. See, once upon a time, the original creation of this category of teams called Elven Union was when
That
two
looks like me,
failing
yellow
elven
and purple.
teams of dark elves and wood elves decided to combine together to save money. And thus, the Elfheim Eagles and every other Elven Union team was created. Basically, they can maximize the best both sides can do, but they're still elves, so they do elf things. As far as the Eagles go, they are faster than most teams and more agile, able to catch and throw far better than most other teams, though they do lack a lot in terms of offense and especially durability. They have the bones of birds, hollow and very, very fragile. They're about on par with humans in terms of actually offensive capabilities, but they do lack the ability to call out an ogre. So there is that. Just in general, don't make them fight head on against orcs, or else you're gonna be meeting up with a bunch of meaty crunches and the orcs walking home with a prize.
I was gonna say, I feel like the very fast agile is like very much up my alley, up my vibe. Well, of course, Aurelia, of course you would want to play the elves. That's just my vibe in general. How does a universe with a sport that allows murder still sound more civilized than the real world? I think we differ on that. Thank you for the super chat. I think we differ. I still think we as a society are more civilized than murder in a sport game.
The Gouged Eye. The quintessential orc team, the Gouged Eye, are one of the goofier teams in terms of their origin. They were a mostly feral tribe of orcs that lived in the mountains, and after conducting enough raids and kidnappings, they found out about Blood Bowl secondhand. Thinking the whole ordeal sounded pretty fun, they ended up kidnapping a coach to teach them how to play the game. Unfortunately, the person they kidnapped wasn't actually a coach and barely knew how to play the game. He taught them how to rush to the end zone with the ball to get a point, but he never taught them really anything else, which is why if you look at their win-loss ratio, it was 1 win to 75 losses of their first 76 games. It was yeah, it was pretty bad. They just were never taught how to pass the ball, catch the ball, or even throw the ball, to be honest. And the funny part is, the only reason why they won that one game is because they were going up against a halfling team that they smushed into a fine paste. Once they ended up finally kidnapping a different coach that was actually a decent coach, they learned how to pass the ball and become quite the championship team, if I do say so myself. With access to trolls, goblins, and orcs of all kinds, you will likely have some pretty high-end guys who are super resilient and strong and deal a lot of damage, but they cost a lot to put in your team, so to balance that out, you're gonna also have some low-end guys, like goblins, to pad things out. Them dudes are kinda fragile, but regular orcs and even black orcs are significantly stronger. Though the biggest weakness of an orc team in general is that they're a bit slow and they are very clumsy. But if you're gonna play Blood Bowl with orcs, you're probably not gonna actually be playing the game. You're probably gonna be playing it more like it's, well, a traditional game of Warhammer. The Dwarf Giants.
That's a great name. I love that name.
The mainstay dwarf team of Blood Bowl, the Dwarf Giants had an overly complicated name in the beginning, starting off as the Illuminated Seers of the Sacred Orb.
Wow.
Jesus. The newly rebranded and reignited Dwarf Giants went under a new coach that was actually one of their star players beforehand, which is Varric Varrickson, which is a really stupid and funny name. Because of this new leadership, they immediately won a championship title and were set to be a powerhouse in the community. But tragedy struck when an orc warband decided to invade their home country, and they had to band together for a war that lasted well over 30 years. In the process, losing almost all of the old members and poor old Varric, the team was eventually reformed, and using the lessons taught to the remaining members and a bunch of new successful players and coaches, they went back on the scene and started to destroy the competition. Good on them. If you play a dwarf team, you will not move very well. You might not throw very far, but you will catch pretty decently, and you are really hard to crack. Like a stone, you move up in a wall and tackle the living shit out of your enemy, able to endure more or less any punishment any other team could dish out. They are probably in my top 5 teams of all time in terms of favoritism, but they're nowhere near as close to the top as Chaos Dwarves. The Skaven Blight Scramblers. The rattiest rat team that ever ratted, the Skaven Blight Scramblers were picked out to be the best of the best of the best of the rat mankind. See, the Skaven as a race had their own Blood Bowl league for a while because they were banned from the NAF, and this league was called the Warpstone Bowl. And from this bowl, one team rose to the top of the rankings in as dramatic a fashion as ratly possible. The Skaven Blight Scramblers. They were such a good Skaven team that the NAF had to start admitting the Skaven to traditional games of Blood Bowl in order to stave off criticisms of Ratman-based prejudice, which, okay, I will say prejudice against Skaven is impossible, as it's not even really prejudice, it's more just common fucking intelligence. As when Skaven teams were actually admitted, the reports of cheating in matches increased by well over 400%, because, well, that's what Skaven do. They are fast without being agile, they are weak in offense and defense, but they cheat like you wouldn't believe it. That's how they win games. You have guys with poison knives that have rules that only affect other players when the game is done. Like, you get a roll to see if they died of warpstone related cancer after being stabbed by a Skaven assassin, and honestly, I wouldn't have it be any other way. The Skaven Blight Scramblers are a perfect team if you want to play a bunch of pretty weak guys, but also want to make your opponent so red in the face that he can't think straight afterwards.
That sounds so funny.
The Guacamole Crater Gators.
No, that's not their name.
I'm just gonna let you know this now. If you play the Lizardmen teams, you are in such a weird spot. Because if you haven't noticed from any other settings for Warhammer, the Lizardman, their naming conventions are usually just puns, and I hate it. And that's because I'm the type of person you tell puns to, because I groan and show pain. I mean, for the love of God, their name is the Guacamole Crater Gators.
Okay, that's their actual name.
Their head coach, his name is actually just Totalitarian, which is unfortunate now that I...
That's so funny. I love that. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Give that guy a raise. That's so funny.
Think about it. But there are others like that you will notice, but the history of the Lizardmen in Blood Bowl in terms of this team is actually long-standing and very complicated, as they originate so far back in the past that we're down to the single digits when regarding the year. So the game takes place in around like the year 2500. This team was founded in the year 31. So it's a long-standing team with a very relevant and important history, but how good are they on the pitch? Pretty good, actually. They have a lot of benefits. The biggest one being that the Lizardmen have a weird team structure, where they, unlike other teams that have specialties, the Lizardmen have every specialty divided up into their team. So like, you want fast moving and agile, you use skinks, but they are made of paper and will basically disintegrate if an orc so much as sneezes near them. You want a very tough and resilient blocker who's pretty good at squaring up but not too good at damage. You get the Saurus. The Saurus are great, but they aren't fast and they're very clumsy, so catching and throwing balls is not really their thing. You just want to murder people? The Croxagore is always a fun option. That is just
like this
a
mini.
12-foot upright walking alligator.
He's got a rope tied around his mouth.
Because they have all these beneficial pieces, your team comp is really going to play a big part in you winning or losing. They are fun, though, because of it. The Fire Mountain Gutbusters. These guys are just really funny. They're a team of ogres, where in lore it's stated they are kind of bad at the game of Blood Bowl, but no one likes going up against them because people end up getting eaten in the process. With a long-standing history of losing games but causing havoc, things came to a head when, after a multi-year losing streak, the Gutbusters lost to a goblin team of all things. The Sneaky Beakers is what they were called.
Yikes.
In order to mourn the loss of their career and their status, they actually decided to just eat their head coach, which they did, and their tactics actually started to improve afterwards because they ended up getting a new coach who was actually pretty good at inventing tactics to help them with their very specific style of play, which is I'd
also be motivated to work really hard so I don't get eaten by my team. You know, that too. Huge motivating factor.
Honest here, if you play ogres as a team, you're not going to be playing Blood Bowl. You're actually going to be playing the game of how many of my opponent's players can I kill as quick as possible so that they literally could not stop me from walking the ball up the pitch as slow as possible to the end zone. The benefits of this team is you have 4 ogres on your side, which do not catch, they barely throw, and they don't move that much either, but they hit like a truck. And also, there's a gimmick where you can pick up the Gnoblars on your team, which are basically just big-nosed goblins, and throw them as hard as you can. Now, this is a great strategy because the Gnoblars are actually pretty agile and can catch things as well as humans do. And when you throw them, if they have the ball, they can land and then keep running afterwards. But, like, you can also just pick up a Gnoblar that doesn't have the ball and throw him at an enemy player, and hopefully it'll kill both of them at the same time. God, ogres are so bad, but they're so fun. The Doom Lords.
Oh, so edgy.
So even in Blood Bowl, the touch of chaos extends its meaty tendrils onto the pitch. There are teams for each god, but I'm gonna focus only on the undivided one. And if people want it, I'll grab the rest and make a compilation video of all the teams. But regardless, the Doom Lords are a team with a comedic win record of 19-2, because when they were competing in the beginning, instead of playing in traditional games, they actually entered an all-halfling game and won with several dozen casualties under their belt, which is really funny because basically they just massacred about 15 teams worth of halflings. And to be honest, it's all fair in Blood Bowl, right? The Doom Lords aren't all just a padded record, though. They actually went on to win the Chaos Cup, which is kind of a big deal. Other than that, what you should know is if you play the Doom Lords or even just a Chaos team in general, is you're basically humans, but ultra aggressive. All of your tactics are based around murdering the living hell out of everything on the other team, but you also are a bit quicker about it than ogres. Sometimes they even remember they are playing a sport ball game and actually get the ball to the other side, but other than that, it's more like it's just combat practice for aspiring chaos champions. The Champions of Death.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Are fun, as they are basically just a team of unpaid laborers who were raised from the dead by a sports-obsessed necromancer who wanted to make a good team of Blood Bowl players by stealing them from old dead players. To the point where the team owner got in trouble for it, I should note, because after games in which he killed opposing team members, he would sneak in after the funeral, raise said member, and bring them onto his team, which weirdly enough created a precedent that if you want to be a part of a Blood Bowl team now, you need to sign a contract that in the event of your death, you are still only allowed to work with your own team. To prevent necromancers from stealing you after games. The big thing about undead teams is the cost is cheap, and dead players tend to come back a lot easier. So your zombies will rise up even if they die mid-game, and even if they stay dead, if you're doing a league with your friends, you can keep buying more zombies for cheap as more or less the cost of nothing. Though your more expensive pieces are going to be kind of hard to replace if they do die. The Greenfield Grasshuggers. Okay, listen. If you play halflings, you're not going to win, but you're going to have a fun story to tell everyone after. I'm not kidding. There is very little benefits
they are not
playing
the meta
halfling teams other than they are really funny. They say it on every trailer for them and even on the back of the box. You're not going to win, but you're going to have fun. Brittle, slow, clumsy, and could barely hold the ball. The Greenfield Grasshuggers are the best team to ever be introduced from the halflings in the history of Blood Bowl, and their most important contribution to the history of the sport is that they are responsible that you can only have a set number of reserves for your players, because they went up against a Norska team who kept killing every halfling they saw instead of playing the game. And after the 700th or so substitute, the ref had to be called to make a judgment about this entire situation. That you should just stop bringing players out at a certain amount of corpses. Other than that, well, the halflings are bad. Sure, they can have 2 tree men who hit like a truck and are pretty tough, but if you're playing to win, you're not gonna have a great time with the halflings. But if you're just playing because you want to have fun, these meatball men are one of the funniest you can bring to a table. And that was Blood Bowl plus all the major teams you should probably know about.
Okay.
Was that all the teams? No. Was that even close? Close by half, I'd say. We didn't even talk about the gnomes. But regardless, I'm such a fan of this game. It's such a fun, casual experience to play, and I think more people should try it. It's probably the cheapest game to get into as far as GW products go, as once you have the team, that's kind of it. As long as you have a game board, you can pretty much play whenever. You could get the extra pieces, like extra tree men, extra players, and so on, but that's really only small shit, and once you have those, you don't really have anything else you need to add. What do you all think about Blood Bowl? What's your favorite team? And also, do you have any funny halfling stories? I need to know. So let me know in the comments, as well as remember to like and subscribe as it helps the channel. Special thanks to my channel members for supporting me, because with your help, I can support myself, pay my editors, and do this content full-time, as well as full-time prep for whatever 100K event that I'm trying to put together last minute. So if you want to support me, as well as gain access to additional and early content, then become a channel member today. Thanks once again for watching. Use code BONEZONE for 10% off GamerSups. And before I go, I just want to say, what do you find out there is a weaker team than the halflings? Yeah, the snotlings. Look at that. Holy shit. That is embarrassing.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Go follow Mr. Bones, like and subscribe. Okay, that's great. I'm convinced. I'll ring Sotek and be like, all right, Blood Bowl, I must learn. It sounds like fun. I just chose a bad time to get into it. It's like football season is over. But like that was great. I love that. Are the snotlings actually not weak? Interesting. Do I have the game commercials? So I have a couple things pulled up. Official cinematic trailer for Blood Bowl 3, which it turns out maybe we should look at Blood Bowl 2 stuff. We've got Lizardmen team for Blood Bowl 3. And then official. This is all Blood Bowl 3. I didn't know. So should we watch Blood Bowl 3 stuff, or is there Blood Bowl 2 stuff that's better? I'm just curious. You're interested? Adric did a lore video for the Blood Bowl. Yeah, so I heard that they're going through the timeline of the lore. That's I'll probably listen to that on my own time. Probably not something for stream because that's a little different. But yeah, I'll watch this. I might turn the volume down a little bit because I'm not. I'm expecting it to be a little loud. This is the official cinematic.
I made it. Finally. After all these years of hardship.
I feel like you could put a fedora on him. Like a fedora. The way his voice sounds. Oh gosh.
After everything they told me.
He's gonna die. Isn't he?
I will show them that even I can be the best player.
Blood Bowl!
There's so much to look at. Oh my gosh. He died! He died! He dead too. Ugh. Okay, it looks very fun, but every time they like kill someone, I'm like, I imagine if that was real life, and it's terrifying. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Lizardmen trailer. So calm. It's gonna change, right? Oh, don't steal that. They're just throwing a child around. That's their blood bowl. They're like, let's throw this child around. Okay, this is a bop. Oh, okay, that was okay. That's cool. Oh, and I just realized he has like the cups, like the liquid cups. I love like the beer hat. Yeah, I just realized. Okay, that goes kind of hard though. The chips. Oh. This is involved for like a 1-minute trailer. That's what I do. I pat my belly. When my sports team gets a touchdown, I pat my belly. Okay, that, oh, it wasn't a minute. It was like 2 minutes. I was like, wow, this is quite involved. I love it. I love that. I like that. But yeah, this is the one, Bugman's beer trailer. This is the one that's 1 minute long.
Looks like that dwarf is stuck in the middle of the greenskins.
His teammates are either unconscious or most likely dead. What he needs, Bob, is a miracle.
Wait, you hear that? That's the sound of Bugman XXXXXX. Probably the best beer in the old world.
Come and get it, lad.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be motivated for sure. He's thirsty. He went out of his way to go get him.
Never seen a dwarf run that fast.
Bugman's beer. Beer of the Mountain Kings.
Very cool, very cool. XXXXX. They drink beer on the sidelines, like, I mean, wouldn't you? That's probably like Gatorade for dwarves, for being honest. That's like their Gatorade. They're just chugging that stuff. It doesn't bother them. The power of sponsorships. Yep. Did anyone have any suggestions or recommendations for other Blood Bowl themed stuff that we should watch? Cause I'm down. Cause we watched this one. But if anyone has recommendations, put them in the live stream chat on the Discord and we'll watch them. I know Adeptus Ridiculous has a good vid, but it's it's kind of long. Yeah, it's almost like 2 hours. So I knew going into it like we weren't gonna watch that because it's super long. But it was more like, are there any like little trailers that are like good, like from any of the Blood Bowls? So like if Blood Bowl 2 had some stuff, I was just looking at Blood Bowl 3 because I didn't know it was but the animations are good. The beer boar is a big boar with beer dispensers on the side. That's awesome. That's amazing. I love that. Beer is the main reason the Dwarf and Norska teams get along. Yeah, that makes sense. Let me. Okay. Yeah, because we're probably just gonna watch trailers because I think I've got the summary. I'll reach out to Sotek about playing because that sounds like fun. I do want to learn. Hi there, Aurelia. First time catching you live. Blood Bowl, huh? Never played any of the games, but I played a lot of Mutant Football League. Yeah, so I don't know anything about Blood Bowl, and I was like, today's Super Bowl. I know very little about Blood Bowl in general, so why not? Oh, we have the official Black Orcs trailer. I think maybe we'll just go through my suggested here on the side if there's anything. So there's the campaign trailer. We'll do the official Black Orcs trailer. We'll do that one. But yeah, I don't know anything or very little about Blood Bowl, and I was like, you know what, let's spend today like finding out about this, but I want to play.
The Black Orcs are the strongest and most powerful of all the orcs. Many believe their name comes from their dark green skin, but it is more likely to have come from their dour demeanor and bleak sense of humor. Their crushing, superior physical
ouch.
strength means that black orcs have always seen the other greenskins as little more than frivolous amateurs, which is why they've formed their own teams. They are grim and incredibly bloodthirsty, but black orcs aren't stupid, which makes them all the more formidable. There are many goblins on the black orcs team. Goblins' great speed and agility are indispensable assets on the field. The team also includes a troll whose stupidity is only matched by their voracious appetite for violence. Trolls' brute force can be invaluable in certain situations. Welcome to the Black Orcs team presentation video.
Okay, cool.
The Black Orcs team's main strategy is brute force. The harder you hit, the more likely you are to finish the game with more players. You'll never get the ball by trying to compete with a catcher running at full speed. But even if you can't catch him, you can always crush him with another player. Be methodical. Dismember the opposing side and take possession of the field. Your appalling passing game will never let you dominate. But you'll find that goblins make solid ball carriers, providing you give them the protection they need to move up the field.
I like seeing this
The
gameplay.
cage technique has been a very successful strategy. One goblin carries the ball and is protected by 4 black orcs. They move forward as a single block, clearing the field and scoring points.
Okay.
There are 3 types of players on the Black Orcs team. Black Orcs, powerful, resilient players.
So Blood Bowl 2 will be better played. You got all the teams with full release. That's what I've heard. I've heard Blood Bowl 3 is like, right now. We're just watching this one because it just pops up in my recommended. But that's what I've heard. So I'm going to talk to my friend who's played it, and he'll probably tell me the exact same thing.
Their main role is to crush the opposing side. Their armor means that they can withstand blows and stay in the match. Goblins, relatively weak but inexpensive players, so you can recruit plenty for substitutions. Goblin numbers will give you a continued advantage on the field if players are injured. Goblin's main role is to provide support and pick up the ball and run it into the end zone to score a touchdown. Trolls. The troll is the team's muscle, and they bring hitting power and force. A troll can be a heavyweight ally, providing their teammates can stop them from losing their
He's got that weird thing with his jaw.
From the outset, each of your team members has several characteristics and skills that can give you an advantage over your opponents. Let's take a moment to analyze them. Black Orcs have 2 skills. The Brawler skill allows the Orc to re-roll a die when declaring a block to try to avoid a double KO, which is synonymous with a turnover. The Grab skill enables you to move an opposing player in any direction during a block. This can hamper the opposing team's movements, free a teammate from a tackle zone, or isolate an opposing player in a group of your own players.
That's neat.
You can also easily throw an opposing player off the field, and he might stay off for some time. Goblins are weak but inexpensive, providing a plentiful supply of substitutes on the field and allowing you to keep a numbers advantage at the end of the match, once your Black Orcs have swept through the opposing team. On the Black Orcs teams, Goblins' key skill is their thick skull, which means that they can withstand more damage than goblins on other teams, but that doesn't mean they can stand up to your opponents. Their stunty characteristic makes them hard to block, while their speed and agility enables them to slip between players on the opposing team. Trolls can throw goblins to move them up the field.
This is super helpful to give me like an idea of how the game goes.
The vomit skill can wreak serious damage on an opposing player. But just like the rest of the Trolls moveset, it can quickly backfire on you.
Yeah, I'd have a hard time if I got projectile vomited on.
Means that every action requires a throw of the die. So when trolls mess up, they may at best refuse to move, but at worst, they could injure themselves or a teammate. Always keep an ally on the troll's field of action who can keep him in check and reduce his chances of messing up. There are just 3 different characters on your team. You have no real throwers, and the orcs and the troll are seriously lacking in movement allowance. So the goblins are indispensable for balancing the team, which makes them a primary target for opposing teams. The Black Orcs goblins may be more resilient than most, but it is still hard for them to withstand blocks. As you can see, goblins are important for keeping an advantage of numbers on the field and for scoring touchdowns. Make sure you recruit enough of them.
Ah, something's happening at last.
Yep, fastball special. We love that.
Oh dear. How disappointing.
What chaos! I love it.
Okay, that was funny. I like that. That was a nice little bit. That was a good bit. Okay, let me 1 second. I'm going to look to see if there's what like Blood Bowl 2 stuff is there. Cause that will be kind of cool to. Okay. Let me type that in. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we've got some. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna open some of these.
Rated T.
1 second. I'm gonna open up a couple new tabs. Okay. We'll start with what I have here. We've got Blood Bowl 2 Legendary Edition launch trailer for the PS4, which we'll just watch anyways because it's fun. The Korn, Norska, and Chaos Dwarf teasers are reasonably fun. Okay, is that for Blood Bowl 2? Or is it for another one? Bethrin. Kill me! That's what chat said. They were talking about the goblins saying that. For 3, okay. Korn, Norska, and Chaos Dwarf teasers. Okay. Well, we'll go back to that. I want to see the Blood Bowl 2 stuff.
T for teen.
I love the music.
Are you ready, Bob?
I was born ready. It's time to put all that training and knowledge to the test. Let's play Blood Bowl!
It should be a great match.
Assuming any of us survive.
Let's get this show on the pitch. Touchdown!
May double bless your blocking dice.
Are they dancing or fighting?
They've hired a star player.
The crowd goes wild.
There's so much to look at. Oh my gosh.
Did you ever get a cannonball like that in the face, Bob?
Well, when I lived with my ex, just about every day, Jim.
Okay. Like, how do I put this? That was a very good trailer. I say that because, like, it made me feel things. Like, it was definitely the music, and how do I put it? A trailer or something that's advertising like this is trying to get you to feel something. And the music, like, combined with everything else, I felt something. I definitely felt the urge to purchase, which, this looks fun anyways. But, like, not energized in a way. It's like, how, like, you can feel patriotic? Like that, but for football, which I've never felt before. Like, I have a team that I root for, but this is different. I don't know how to articulate it. But I do feel energized. That is 100% true. Not intrigued. It's like hyped. I don't know, man. I felt something in me. Meet the star players. Yeah, stadium atmosphere. I've been to football games. They're fun.
Welcome, Blood Bowl fans. Today we'll be presenting the star players of Blood Bowl 2 and their role in the game. Star players are the superstars of Blood Bowl, skilled veteran players who became true living legends. Their mere presence over the pitch makes the fans and spectators go utterly wild while making the opposite team cower in fear. Each of these star players is incredibly talented. They boast exceptional stats and extraordinary skills that regular players can only dream of. Hypnotizing, stabbing, throwing a star player teammate
Stabbing is a skill, just so you know. Stabbing.
behind enemy lines to score a surprise touchdown, shooting the ball with a cannon, playing with
I
the
love
ball
that.
with unmatched agility, or literally running through the strongest opponents thanks to sheer strength.
Ooh.
These are just some of
I
the
love his
outstanding
back
talents that
tattoo.
star players show off with stylish class on the pitch before running in for the touchdown, with fans honoring their feats with standing ovations. Matching their skill set, their hiring fee is also exceptionally high, especially since they work as mercenaries and join your team only for a single match.
Ooh, that's
But their
rough.
skills are definitely worth your gold, as these star players can often turn the tide of the match all by themselves. Blood Bowl 2 is about to bring stars to the pitch, September 22 on PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Okay, now we're gonna do the Blood Bowl 3 stuff. Wait, what did someone say? This is what Brits think American football is like? No, we think American football is boring? I mean, I guess you could argue the other way around, that Americans think, you know, European football, or I guess, like, you know, soccer is like the world sport, if we're being honest. It does kind of, like, watching it is a little boring. I won't lie. I won't lie. Okay, we're gonna look up Blood Bowl 3 corn. Okay, I'm pulling all these up. Norska. Okay, so is there like a playlist with all these trailers? That would be nice. One second, I'm pulling up. What was the last one? Norska, corn, and what if I just look up Blood Bowl 3 team trailers? If there's a playlist, we'll just watch the playlist. Soccer is popular because it's cheap. I mean, yes. I mean, it's very easy for everyone to get involved in it. So I could see that. One second, I'm trying to see. Okay. I think we're gonna watch all these trailers. Oh, there's a video with all game intros and finales. Hang on one second. Thank you for all the people who are posting the links on the Discord. Have all of them? When was this made? 2 years ago? Yeah, it does look like it has all of them, or maybe not all of them. We'll watch it. Why not? Why not? We'll watch it. Okay. This is all the Blood Bowl intros. It's like 10 minutes. I like seeing this old art. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Oh, wow. Okay, so Blood Bowl's been around for a hot minute. Oh, he's a sword in his back. Six different intros. Get him, boys. Get him. Dude, he had like a little butt crack. A little scream. Oh, Beastman. Oh no, it looks like it's chaos. I saw Beast. Oh. There you go. Orcs are like the other poster boys for the Blood Bowl. Who are these? Oh, are these the Wood Elves? Oof. Ooh. Oh, avert your eyes! Avert your eyes! Avert your eyes, chat! Do not be tempted by this seductress! I wonder why the Dark Elves are your favorite. Ooh, Chaos Dwarves. Oh. "2015.
Good evening to all you Cabal Vision viewers out there in the old world and beyond. I hope your crystal ball is fully charged, and if not, find yourselves a wizard and chain him to it. Because the 25-13 season promises to be one hell of a show. Doesn't it, Bob?
It sure does. Oh, and iron, Jim.
Iron what, Bob? Your shirt?
Chains, Jim. Iron chains for chaining up your wizard. Iron is best. It's harder to enchant than steel or silver. Oh, and don't forget to break their fingers as well.
Thank you, Bob. Yes, fascinating. And we may come back to that later. In the meantime, all you sports fans should keep it here on brand new Cabal Vision HD. But what about all you new viewers who are joining us for the first time? How would you explain a game of Blood Bowl to someone who hasn't experienced the joy and delight of it before, Bob?
Firstly, I'd say, under what toilet in the realm of chaos have you been hiding? Then
I'm sorry, man.
Explain that Blood Bowl is a visceral, violent sport where two teams of players must get an inflated pig bladder or ball across a large field into the opponent's end zone by any means necessary to score a touchdown. The catch? There's only one ball, and the opposing team is trying to do exactly the same thing. A match lasts for 2 halves of 8 turns. The team with the most touchdowns wins.
Very nicely summed up, Bob. So, what about the teams? It promises to be an interesting season, especially for the Reichland Reavers. Let's remind ourselves by taking a quick look what happened in their final game last year.
This is the final game from last season. Reavers versus the Gouged Eye. Just look at those human lumps. Why ain't they moving?
A frozen spell. Could they not just let it all go?
Look at player 16, Josh Kershaw. He just stands there, lets that block orc smack him right in the kisser.
They don't seem very sprightly in that trolling either, do they, Bob?
I know. No wonder this team hasn't won anything in 20 games. There's only so many double skulls rolls you can take before fans start claiming that's a load of steaming bull.
No, that was the Reaver's last public appearance, summing up 10 seasons of decline.
Why haven't they been fired yet, Jim? That's what I can't understand.
The word is, Bob, that J.J. Griswold Jr. hasn't got the cash to replace them.
Oof.
Yeah? Oh, Griswold was once said to be even richer than you, Jim. He's now down to his last few pennies after paying the likes of Griff Oberwald his massive wage for several decades. I guess he'll just have to put up with using last season's dregs. Anyway, enough yapping. Let's see how they do in this preseason match.
I think we saw this one. Yeah, this is the... Yeah, we watched this one. But we'll watch... Okay, so I can't find a playlist unless someone, like, has a playlist where it's, like, all the Blood Bowl 3 season trailers. Like, they're all, like, separate. I've not found one that's, like, all of them lumped together. So unless someone has it or can, like, send it to me... That would be awesome, but we'll have to bounce around because I think I want to watch all these. There's like a bunch of them. Fans love beating the crap out of players if they get too excited. Sorry if that was already said. No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that the fans were allowed to do that. This is the Norska trailer. No plays. I couldn't normally it pops up, but I didn't see one. Technically, I don't have a spear or an axe. I have a sword. To answer your question. That's me. I'm a hungry girl. That's a big snowflake. Oh. Wow, free feet pics. There is the beer boar. I love that. That is... Yes, I love that. That is fantastic. Oh, you can play with the beer boar. Awesome. They have the beer in their helms. I love that. That's great. Yeah, I didn't realize it was also a player. That's pretty great. Corn. He yeeted him. It's a lot of smacking. But, I mean, unsurprising. Blood for the Blood God. This is like their game. Oh. 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 Okay. I have a question when we're done here. Do certain coaches give you buffs? Because they're like, free coach. So I assume, is this, do you get buffs from having different coaches? Because I didn't think you could even do stuff with that, but now I'm curious. Corn wins by making sure the other team can't stand up. No, it's just cosmetic. Oh, okay. Oh, man, that's a shame, because that'd be kind of cool if you could recruit coaches and you're like, okay, well, this gives me better speed, or this gives me better, whatever. Let's see. We've got... So we watched 7 and 9. Season... Blood Bowl 3, Season 1. We'll just go through the whole thing. So do we watch this one? We're gonna find out. I'm just gonna start like, if I find them, I'm just gonna open them. One sec. Gotta pull them all up. Okay, so I found goblins, halflings, vampires. We saw season 1, which was the lizard men. So we saw that one already. Oh, the playlist is in the Discord. Thank you. Thank you. Bless. Bless. Okay, is it in the... Hold on. There's a bunch of videos I'm looking through. Which one is it? Zarask, the last link. Okay, thank you. Thank you. And it's the playlist? We're sure it's the playlist? Ah, beautiful. Thank you. It wasn't, oh, it is an official playlist. I don't know why it didn't pop up because I looked for it and it was like, no. No. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. One sec. We'll just run through the whole thing. Perfect. This saves me so much time. Thank you. So we watched Cabal Vision commercial break.
Looks like that dwarf is
Okay,
stuck
so we
in
saw
middle
this
of
one,
green
the
screen.
beer.
Peggy says.
We saw this one. Sorry.
Peggy 16.
The Black Orcs are the
We
strong...
watched that. Sorry. There's gonna be a couple that there we go.
Peggy 16.
The Imperial nobility intends to prove its superiority on the field. Money rules the world, and Blood Bowl is no exception.
I like
Some
the
rich
gold on their
nobles, dynamic
uniforms.
entrepreneurs and crime bosses see the sport as ideal cover for tax evasion. Some even create their own
Nice.
teams to fulfill their dreams of fame. Sporting luxuriant feathers and gleaming armor, the Imperial nobility has access to practically unlimited funds for scooping up the best coaches, the best equipment, and of course, the best players in the game.
I
All
like
this
how
makes them
all
a
the balls are
formidable force
themed.
in the world of Blood Bowl. The Imperial nobility's team mainly consists of human players, but they often also include an ogre for his outrageous hitting power and ability to clear the field. Welcome to the
Wow,
Imperial
that's
Nobility's
quite the
team's
pose. He's
presentation
flexible.
video.
I have a hard time doing side lunges.
The Imperial nobility primarily relies on its aggressive defense and swift counterattacks. Bodyguards and linemen create a solid defensive line, acting like a wall to stop your opponents. The Ogre's hitting power serves both defensive and offensive play by creating spaces on the field for your players to take advantage of. Counterattacks rely on blitzers and throwers working in tandem.
Okay.
There are 5 types of players in the Imperial nobility's teams.
Oh, wow.
Imperial Retainer Linemen. These players are the foundation of your team. They enable you to create an effective line of defense in midfield.
Got long
Imperial
names.
Throwers. Thanks to their passing skills, these versatile players are able to
They're your
execute complex
quarterbacks.
phases of play with ease. Noble Blitzers. Equally at ease, breaking through offensive lines as picking up the ball, blitzers are sure to prove crucial to your strategy.
Okay.
Bodyguards, your opponent's worst nightmares. They stand firm when tackled and are no less formidable in attack. And
I
finally,
do like their
the Ogre.
armor.
The Ogre is a veritable machine when you want to add more muscle to your game. He can sweep the field clean, making room for your blitzers, and when working hand in hand with the bodyguards, he can really make the opposing coach
A custodian
sweat.
like in gold armors. Didn't see that come in. Wow, yeah,
On
no.
recruitment, each member
Yeah.
of your team has several traits and skills that will give you the edge over your opponents. Let's take a moment to analyze them. The Imperial Retainer linemen have the primary fend skill, which allows them to prevent opposing players from following them after a block.
Oh,
The
okay.
Imperial Throwers have 2 skills: Pass, which allows them to re-roll a failed passing capacity test, and Running Pass, which allows them to move after a quick pass if they have any movement left.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
In addition to their armor and movement,
he's got a
noble
cute little bow
blitzers
on
have
the back.
two
That's
skills
adorable.
that are certain to make their opponents quake. The block skill allows them to ignore a both down result during a block declaration. And the catch skill allows them to re-roll a failed agility test when trying to catch a ball. Bodyguards also have two skills. Stand firm, which prevents them from being pushed back by an opponent after a block declaration.
Oh my gosh.
And wrestle, which allows your player to avoid injury and a turnover on a both down result. The Ogre's Mighty Blow allows him to modify an armor or injury roll when tackling
Dude,
an
I
opponent.
guess I underestimated the size of the
His
the
thick
ogre,
skull
because
allows
he's
him to
huge
transform
next
a
to that
KO
orc.
into a simple stunned result when he's tackled. However, his traits can work against him. The Ogre's traits make him an unpredictable player. Bonehead means you have to roll the dice every time you declare an action for the player, and the result decides whether your ogre plays on or forgets what he's supposed to be doing for good. Blitzers are indispensable team members because of both their physical attributes and their ability to catch the ball. But they are very
weak?
expensive to recruit, and you can only have 2 on your team. As such
interesting.
valuable players,
Okay.
they make prime targets for your opponents. In general, team re-rolls will cost you more than the other teams, limiting your ability to control dice rolls.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Did you see that, Bob?
I sure did, Jim. What a sneaky git.
For more information about Blood Bowl 3 and to make sure you don't miss any of the latest news...
Okay. That's why ogres are monstrous infantry. I didn't realize that. They have the same stats as Custodes. Like, I'm assuming Ogrins on, like, 40k tabletop. And which stats? Because I'm very curious. The biggest chungus, yeah, they are. Is the closed beta trailer. Ogre leaders do. Okay, I was like, they can't, all ogres can't. The fantasy Sigmar ogres are the exact stat line of Custodes, even with all the updates.
By Nuffle, I'm so bored. If only I had some Blood Bowl to entertain myself.
Rejoice, dear customers, as Cabal Vision offers you the complete Blood Bowl Championship.
It's Griff Overwald!
Himself. You read all my books, saw all my movies, and listened to all my hits?
Hang on, I'm sorry. I gotta.
Then you'll...
He's got an autobiography.
You read all my books?
Blitzer without a cause. Being the adventures of a young player whose principal interests are blocks, touchdowns, and orc music. In the spring of 2491, the major Blood Bowl League was opened and thousands of players signed up. They came in search of blood and glory. One of them found both by being the best of them all. Violence, touchdowns, and rivalry were Honda's wildest dreams. I imagine these are all references that I just don't know. Like modern references. I have no idea.
Saw all my movies and listened to all my hits? Then you'll also love to see me win as the best coach in all of Blood Bowl.
Where can I watch it, Griff?
You big lug, exclusively on Cabal Vision, of course. Your only source for Blood Bowl. Subscribe now and you could win an authentic Blood Bowl ball signed by the one and only me.
Yeah!
Hi everyone, we at Nacon and Cyanide Studio announced Blood Bowl 3 last year, and it is now time to share gameplay for the very first time and exclusively reveal the Elven Union team.
Bro, why is that like in my colors? What the heck? They even got little feathers and stuff too. Incredible. Oh my gosh. That's a little scary. I mean, I know I combined 2 like factions to make my armor, but like this is wow. Okay. Ogres were originally intended to be the ultimate soldiers to fight chaos, but the old ones were banished before they were finished. Oh, that's a shame. Thank you, Break Fate's Chin. I appreciate the super chat. Elf wonders why Elf look like Elf. It's just the colors. Like, feathers is one thing, but like the colors, man. To be fair, they're like purple. Is it more yellow than purple? It's kind of 50-50. Aurelia Blood Bowl model confirmed. I guess technically, I didn't come up with that. I didn't design it. Guess we found my team. Yeah. I mean, I figured I was gonna play like a quick team anyway. But we'll see. We'll see. You never know. Should we watch the rest of this one? Because they're showing gameplay, but... Well, we'll continue.
Occasion of Warhammer Skulls and to praise the Chaos Gods, we're happy to share first gameplay images of the Black Orcs, the Imperial Nobility, and the Elven Union. Those 3 teams, along with 9 more, will be all available at launch. For those familiar with Blood Bowl 2,
okay,
you'll
so
already
12
find
teams.
new features, starting with the graphics and the animations, of course, but also with a faithful implementation of the board game's latest new rules, like the addition of the passing ability and the possibility to jump over prone players. You'll also discover
that makes
exciting
sense.
match improvements like a new timer format featuring a bonus time pool, more dice display, clearer skills icons, a more streamlined way to declare critical action like blitz or passing,
Ooh, okay.
and the possibility to quickly plan
Out of
complex
curiosity,
actions
guys.
and skills through a friendly action.
How long does like an average like Blood Bowl game go for? Like if you're playing a Blood Bowl game like on the computer in the video game, how long does it usually last for? Because I have no idea. I've not ever given this a look. How long do these usually go for? An hour? Oh, okay, that's doable. Because like, oh gosh, like regular tabletop games take forever, but an hour, that's manageable. 16 rounds. Yeah, they said 2 halves of 8 turns. Or 8 rounds. I mean, everyone, yeah. Okay, good to know. I'm definitely more inclined to play
Numerous great
now.
improvements have been made, cool elements added, and so much more than we have time to add. This is only a first taste, and we are looking forward to sharing with you more gameplay sequences and amazing customizations.
I'm not going to look at this
very
too hard
shortly.
because we're probably going to play Blood Bowl 2 or whatever Sotek recommends.
Blood Bowl 3 is set to release on Xbox Series XS and Xbox One in February 2022. Brace yourself and prepare your offerings to Nuffle. We'll have so much more to share in the near future. See you on the field, Coach.
Okay. Next one. Elven
Peggy
Union.
16.
Oh, that was loud. Sorry.
Few teams can rival the Elven Union for experience. Forced to play over many seasons to pay off rich creditors, many elves developed a great fighting spirit, determination, and desire for revenge, which led to the formation of the Union. High
I
elves
don't
are
like
the
the
first to
mohawk.
unite under the Union standard, but wood elves and dark elves are also far from rare in Elven Union teams. With their matchless rigor and tenacious training, Union teams are determined to prove to the universe that elves are worthy and serious Blood Bowl contenders. As promoters of a clean, fair Blood Bowl, their play may seem dull to some, but no one can rival elves for elegance, expertise, and an incredible passing game. Welcome to the Elven Union's team's presentation video.
They're very acrobatic, which I
The Union's
appreciate.
teams were born to play ball, and they bring supreme agility and an excellent passing game to the field. Your fundamental strategy will be to avoid fighting and gain the advantage as early in the match as possible.
Okay.
Skirmishes
Take
usually
notes.
end badly for you. Your player's agility comes at the expense of their physical stamina. Each player to be taken off injured during the match can cause you serious problems, and filling the gap by recruiting replacements could cost you a small fortune.
Ooh.
Be more alert and reactive than your opponents. Get the upper hand as quickly as possible, and play for time so that you can stay ahead until the end of the match.
Okay.
The Elven Union's team includes 4 types of players. Linemen. These players are the foundation of your team. Agility is their main strength.
Way.
But they have...
The elves tried to ban violence from Blood Bowl. Wow. Incredible.
no skills or particular traits. Throwers. Their ability to pass is excellent, and they can throw the ball anywhere on the field. Catchers. Their agility and skills mean that they can catch the ball in the trickiest situations, even when surrounded by opponents. And blitzers. As the strongest players on your team, they are your best line of defense for marking or blocking opposing players.
Okay.
From the outset, each member of your team, except for the lineman, boasts several traits and skills that can give you the edge over your
it's
opponents.
called Blood Bowl.
Let's take a moment to analyze them.
There's got to be
The
some
throwers
bloodshed.
have the pass skill that enables them to re-roll a failed passing ability test. The catchers have two skills. The catch skill, which lets them re-roll a
They're
failed
wearing
agility
like these
test
big
when
old
catching the ball.
bodysuits. They're kind of weird
And
to look. I just
nerves
noticed.
of steel, which allows them to ignore marking penalties when attempting to pass or catch a ball, or intercept an opponent's pass.
Oh, okay.
Blitzers also have two skills. The block skill allows them to ignore a both down result after a block. Their second skill, sidestep, lets them move back or onto any square of their choice when pushed back by an opponent. Your best overall strategy is agility, and it will help you enormously when trying to avoid blows and escape tackle zones.
Team
Although
weaknesses.
elves are agile
They
and
cannot
excellent
fight.
passers, they have weak points you'll need to work around to reach victory. In general, the weak physical makeup of your players makes them fragile and easy to injure.
Ooh.
Having an apothecary on the team for damage limitation is more
Ew.
than desirable.
Bucket of sludge.
You can only recruit 2 blitzers, and they are very expensive. However, they're indispensable for slowing up your opponent's game. Your style of play and the features of your game make it hard to recover the ball when it's controlled by your opponents. You have no heavyweight players to bolster your front line either. And the lineman is the cheapest player on the team, but he is still relatively expensive because he has no skills or particular traits. His poor financial viability should make him your final choice when recruiting 11 players for your team. Build up your specialist players first.
Okay, I might play these guys whenever Blood Bowl 3 becomes reasonable, I guess.
Touchdown is near.
Ouch! Ooh, that's gonna leave a mark. I wouldn't want to be in that player's boots.
For more information about Blood Bowl,
That little oh PK, thank you for the super chat. You can play them in 2. Oh, okay, cool. Then they might be my guys. Will we see this one? Oh no, this is the campaign trailer.
Hey there, loser. You really thought that Blood Bowl was just about spilling blood and wrenching balls? You're in the big leagues now. That's why you need a sponsor.
Approved by the best Nurgle team.
Ooh.
Nurgle King.
Ew. Oh, hang on. I want to see what they were. Okay, we've got Cabal Vision, Corsair Cruises, Block and Dodgers, Nurgle King, Bugman's Beer, and Orchidus? Is that like Adidas, but Orchidus? Ooh, I don't like that. They did pretty solid on these trailers, I won't lie. They're like better than I think they're gonna be. I'm like, wow, okay, these are better than I thought they were gonna be. Like, I was like, oh, kind of like combining fantasy and like football in this sense, not like just regular fantasy football. It's just a little Dev interview solo campaign. Are these any good? Because I kind of just wanted to see like the little trailers. No, I mean, I guess you could argue whether or not you missed much. We're looking at all the Blood Bowl stuff, which is like tons of fun. So, don't know. Okay, we'll skip it then. Tabletop Fest live stream. Not watching that. No. This is the beta trailer. I'm so sorry, the volume is all over the place. Okay, hang on. I'm sorry. I cannot. No, a little farther. A little farther. I don't know. Mohawks aren't my thing. But like, it just looks so weird and they're flipping their hair around. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. I can still find it weird. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I don't like it. I do not like the Mohawks. Just don't. At least, like, not for the women. Like, a guy with a Mohawk is different. But, like, this is just obnoxious.
Spread my wings, all I needed was the room. Keep them busy, see us break when they assume. I play to win. Let me in, I'm cutting through like an incision. All I'm seeing is my goals, it's like I'm having tunnel vision. Moving mountains if I made it my decision. Cover ground if my obstacles are distant. Winning is the mission, and I choose to accept it.
Ooh, red card. You're gone. Get out of here.
Making sure I don't say this all again. Outside, you can never box me in. Never follow, I came here to set the trend. Break them all if the rules won't bend. And if you need the proof and check stats, I got the answers if you're trying to test that.
He's just like, nope, I'm going for it. I'm just gonna get him. Doesn't matter if he's already down. Just Wood Elf things. Okay. Good luck. Have a good night's rest. Rest up. Okay. Blood Bowl for dummies. Sure, I'm a dummy. Oh, poor gobbos.
You wretched scum! Do you have any idea what Blood Bowl is? Grabbing the ball, protecting your teammates, going to the end zone, and scoring touchdowns! Simple, isn't it? So why haven't I seen any of that on the pitch? As a coach, I was spoiled for choice when recruiting. From the most barbaric and bloodthirsty Black Orcs to the most impregnable dwarves in defense, yet I chose to believe in you. I found us the best cheerleaders on the circuit. And had you playing in the most famous stadiums. Well, maybe we ran a little bit short of money when buying your gear as a result. That's not the point. This is what I expected from you during this match. Moving! Get it? Dodging! Passing! Protecting the ball carrier and crushing the hell out of your opponents! You had a chance to shine every turn. Oh, I know luck could have been with us. But that's not an excuse! Of course I know that you're fragile little guys. Blood Bowl is neither fair play nor good-natured. Blood Bowl Football is a demanding sport. Your opponents want your heads.
This is quite the pep talk. This is quite the pep talk.
Even their fans will murder you if they have the chance.
Oh, yep.
Rules and referees won't help you. So finish your drinks, pull yourselves together, get out there and win me this match.
Yeah, goblins, they aren't treated very well at all. Okay, that's the release date trailer. It's overview trailer.
Blood Bowl is the legendary game of fantasy football where the rules change, sponsors chase the best teams and star players, and new competitions emerge. But what has actually changed for you with the release of Blood Bowl 3? In the single-player mode of Blood Bowl 3, an agent decides to take you under his wing and give your team financial backing. This means you can recruit players and enter the clash of sponsors by competing against the best teams in the old world. This competition brings together the best teams sponsored by the most influential brands, and the players include the biggest stars like the legendary Griff Overwald. As some of you already know, 12 factions will be available at launch. Some are already well known, like the Dwarves and Dark Elves, but brand new factions have also been added, such as the Imperial Nobility, Old World Alliance, Chaos Renegades, and of course the Black Orcs. Many others will be added later, and all will be available in the campaign mode. A Kraken, unbearable heat, insect swarms. The new dynamic pitches hold many surprises. In certain situations, these pitches transform during the match and change the rules depending on the scenario. For example, if you score a touchdown in the first half on the Dark Elves pitch, the crowd will cheer, which wakes up a monstrous sea creature that will rage for the whole of the second half. Be careful with your players. You will need to adapt your game because they're more likely to fall and will have trouble getting back up. Blood Bowl 3 is based on the new rules of the board game. The biggest change is undoubtedly the introduction of the passing statistic. Passing the ball is no longer linked to a player's agility, but to a player's passing ability instead. Catching the ball is still based on agility. Some players don't even have passing ability, which means that if they try to pass the ball, they will automatically fail. But they can still hand off the ball to an adjacent player. This significantly changes the game in many ways, especially for teams with high agility who could previously pass to anyone in their team.
Yeah,
New
that would be
rules
huge.
means new tactics and new ways to dominate your opponent. You will also find new skills such as defensive, which allows the player with the skill to counter the guard skill. This changes strategies in many ways, as guard is one of the key defensive skills. Throwers and runners also have their share of new skills. There's running pass, which allows you to continue an action after making a quick pass. And safe pair of hands, which allows the player with the ball to place the ball on any square if they're KO'd. The player leveling up system has also been completely redesigned.
This is all a bit going over my head, I won't lie.
It provides much more flexibility and spreads out level increases within the team as the cost increases with each level. It's now more desirable to keep a certain level uniformity within your team to avoid paying exorbitant XP to upgrade your favorite player. In addition, choosing a random skill is half the cost of choosing a specific skill, and increasing a characteristic like strength or agility is expensive. There are many other new features in Blood Bowl 3, such as player and team customization, the arrival of a season system, or unique models of star players, for example. All these new features will help each coach stand out from the crowd, with new mechanics that enable new tactics, new pitches, and lots of factions. You can therefore flaunt your own distinctive style in the old world during the clash of sponsors, and against other players in multiplayer modes.
Okay. I wanted to look at all the trailers. Where are like the little I want to see that. There we go. Okay, we're finally getting into it. Okay, we watched this one. I wanted to watch all these underworld denizens. Stinky. Wow. Okay, the warp stone's pretty cool. I won't lie. That's kind of cool. Yes, it would be a health hazard for the opposing team, but it's Blood Bowl. No one cares. Okay. Let's see. Shambling undead. Rip. Rip. Sorry, my dude. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever play Blood Bowl for like the you know the possibility of death being very high. Man, I love those skeleton cheerleaders. Are those skulls inside the football? Unrealistic body standards? Yeah, they're so skinny. That's like so unrealistic. Come on. Come on. GW, do better. Do better. Wood elves. Man, not the Mohawks. Oh, I like this pitch,
Coaches
though.
from all around the world, welcome to this new season of Blood Bowl. Please meet the much-anticipated new faction, the Wood Elves.
Maybe it's just the height of the Mohawks that I can't stand.
Take absolute control of the pitch with one of the most agile and mobile teams in all of Blood Bowl. Discover the unique war dancers that will become a key element of your tactics.
Whoa.
But
He just
remember,
flipped.
all that agility comes with a heavy defensive cost. Try avoiding contact with other players as much as possible and rely on your ball game first. If you're in need of some muscle, you have access to the mighty Tree Man to turn the situation.
I saw one of the skins had like an opposing team's helmet in the mouth of the treeman.
We wish you all a great 4th season. See you on the pitch.
Okay, I like that. Most people like to take this Skaven team and use them as proxies for gutter runners. Oh, that's okay. I like that. I like that. The skate. Yeah, okay. I like that a lot. The rats. Yes. You're right. I agree. The halftime shows have to be really, really good because of all like the exotic pitches and all like the cool all the stuff that's like around it. Necromantic horrors. They used it. They used the noise. I forget what it's called. It's that scream. The iconic scream. Yes, thank you. The Wilhelm scream. Thank you. I forgot. Oh. Okay, he really is using the noose as a necktie, not even a joke. Okay, I won't lie. I'm not really a fan of like undead and Necrons. Not not Necrons, necrotic things. Just demons. No, not for me. Yeah, as a general rule, I kind of stick with like the living and non-demons. Ghouls, werewolves, Frankensteins, and ghosts, a really fun team. It looks interesting. It just, it's never my vibe. I just feel weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. No, but like Sanguinius is not like undead. And also, vampire husbandos, like, why are you saying there's more than one? Excuse me. Excuse me, your girl is faithful. Your girl is faithful to Sanguinius. Husbandos. How dare you? Baldur's Gate 3? That's like a game. Different. That's different. And nothing's even happening with that. Nothing's even happening there. I like Alucard, but he's not my husbando. But will I stay that way? Yes, I'm faithful. A real talk, though, if something terrible happens to your spouse, I feel like it's reasonable for you to want to get remarried. That's completely fair. That's completely fair. So, yeah. I'll move myself down. There we go. Don't want to get in the way. Okay, the halflings. The little guys. Oh, he's got sausages on his hand. I like how they're making the halflings seem cool, but like we already know that they're not a very good team. See, look how short that video was. They were definitely like, oh yeah, look at them. Look at these cute little guys. Oh my goodness, so adorable, right? Like, no, Derek, no fake news here. I don't want GW to bring Sanguinius back. I love the character, but they can't bring him back. They should not bring him back. His sacrifice will mean nothing. No. Don't lie. It's disrespectful if they bring him back. There are ways they can do it where it's like, okay, it's better, but no. Halflings and goblins. So we saw it the first... Okay. There we go. There we go. I was like... Oh! I just noticed the halfling had like a little snack on his shoulder. Well, that was really short. Haha, haha, haha. Get it? You get it, chat? You get it? You know, they're because they're short. You get it? I'm funny. I'm funny. I'm really funny. Tell me I'm funny. We watched 7 already. Amazon. There are trees on the pitch? I see. I see. The women. That joke is worth a sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. I do on occasion have my funny moments. The only way I want to see Sanguinius come back is if Dante and Mephiston do a fusion dance. That's funny, but not even then. Not even then. Cyborg Sanguinius, that's no. That's even worse than him bringing him back. We saw the corn trailer. Vampire trailer. Ooh. But I don't like these vampires. I like the idea, okay, really fast. I like the idea that people are just walking around in their Blood Bowl uniforms and that they like stumble in areas like, oh, you're just wearing your Blood Bowl uniforms too? I mean, I guess we'll play. I guess we'll just, you know, we're here and you're here and we've got our uniforms. Our coach is here. Go, let's just play. Oh, that's eerie. Where'd he go? Now they have the people. Their armor is really cool. It's like the coolest looking armor I think I've seen in the game. Yeah, I do like the way their uniforms look. I do like that. Hey, we have like 2 more, I think, for the trailers. They're showing off all like the coach stuff. I don't want to see. I just want. Oh, okay. Oh, 1 sec. I went too far. Okay, this is the last one. Chaos Dwarves. I really do like the designs of all these pitches. They're really cool. Angry little dudes. Yep. Oh, yeah, he has aura. Look at him. That's pretty sick. I won't lie, that's pretty cool. Yeah, of the ones that they've revealed, I'd probably play... I'd probably most likely play the elves, I won't lie. I won't lie. Yeah, the fire belcher. I don't know all the names, but I was like, oh, he belched fire. So smart. So smart. Number one streamer. Okay, one second. I'm going to message Sotek right now. I would like to learn Blood Bowl, please. There. You guys, you finally got me. You've been asking and asking and asking for me to try Blood Bowl. We're doing it. We're finally gonna do it. Elves are kind of rough to play because they just die half the time. Yeah, it seems like you kind of gotta have some skill. So we'll see. We'll see how well it goes. But that's all the stuff I kind of wanted to watch because there was a lot of those trailers and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. You get like little taste. I can learn it through you. Yeah. I mean, Sotek's a good teacher. He's taught me how to play like Total War. So like for Warhammer Fantasy. And he's been really good at teaching me that stuff. Here, I'm going to switch the screen over. Okay. Let me bring my Halo back. Hello. That almost sounded like hello. That would have been awesome if I had like planned for that to be a pun, but I didn't. I did not plan for that. You gonna try to get a streamer Blood Bowl League going? Maybe. I'll talk to Zoran. He was gonna put something together with a lot of Warhammer creators, so I don't want to step on his toes, but I just want to let him know I'm interested. Because we were talking about, I was like, oh. Sotek sent me a gift back and it says, consider it done. That would be awesome. I'll message Zoran and be like, hey, I was watching some stuff. It looks like really fun. I'd love to play. So we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn. I'm gonna get good. Maybe not really good. It's best to usually play human or orc for the first team since they're average. Yeah. I mean, that's probably what I'll get. He said, when were you thinking? Chat, when should we play? When should we play? I guess whenever he's free. Whenever you are free. Chat wants to watch. I'm assuming you guys want to watch me learn. Whenever you free, the next week or two, we'll add that. I don't know what his availability is. You like how my face moves out? Thanks. I love it. She's really expressive. I also have to be more mindful, like to move my face a little bit more. It's like when I'm watching a video, I try to be more expressive. Yeah, the interface should be easy enough. Okay, thank you, James, for the super chat and for the note. I'll keep that in mind. Let's see. He'll probably get back to me in a sec. But we'll work out a time, and then you guys can watch me learn. He'll teach me, and then you guys can learn too. But I'll reach out to Zoran and tell him I really want to play because it looks like fun. If only I could have a skitter team. Yeah, so my starting army, I'll probably start with something simple, probably humans, if we're being honest. And then go from there based on like what I like and dislike. Sotek's really got to start that VTuber Warhammer Academy. Honestly, I mean, I was a Warhammer VTuber before I met him, but for sure I've learned all my fantasy stuff from him. And now apparently Blood Bowl. I didn't know he was into it. I had no idea. But that was really fun to watch. All of those trailers, it was a good time. It's good. You could play Skaven. I mean, yeah, it's just not my vibe. I don't know. People into fantasy tend to be into Blood Bowl. I wouldn't have guessed, frankly. You guys think it's GW's best game? I mean, it seems like much more simple than some of the than some of the other games. They're so long. Which is fine, I guess. Not my cup of tea necessarily, but that's just, it is what it is. Why did I pause for a second? My face just stopped moving. I was like, oh, what happened? There we go. Stiff. Blood Bowl's easier to get into than 40k in fantasy. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's only like an hour. It's only like an hour long for a game. Yeah, for sure. And for people that are, I guess, newer, it's okay, it's like football, but you get to play with fantasy characters. Oh, okay, you could kind of get into that way. So Blood Bowl takes a long time to play. Some people were telling me it takes an hour to play. An hour to play the video game is what I asked. But is it 2 to 3 hours in person? Interesting. I do want to learn about the lore because I didn't realize there were books. I'm like, oh, that's fascinating. I should check that out. I want to know more. When people are learning, it's often 16 3-minute turns for each player. Okay, yeah, well, learning, that makes sense. So, it'll be, we'll figure it out. I'm calling delay of game if it takes 2 hours for a Blood Bowl game. I take your word for it. Let's see. Oh, man. Okay. So here is what we're going to do. I am going to step off and coordinate with Sotek when we are going to play Blood Bowl, because that's gonna be great. So we'll work out a time so you guys will know. The Discord server is when you're gonna find out when I'm gonna play Blood Bowl, among other things. Yeah, I think that's all I've got today. But this was fun. Thank you guys for learning with me. I didn't know anything about this, and I'm frankly really, really glad that I looked into this because I really want to play now. It's gonna be so much fun. I think it'll be good. Let me just take a look. Let's see if it will raid into someone today. Sounds like it will be a fun time. I'm surprised there's a decent amount of people that are just hanging out on today because it's Super Bowl Sunday, so I'm kind of surprised that there's this many people hanging out. But I don't mind. Let's raid into Goomba. He popped into the chat earlier, so we can go do that. So we're going to raid into Gaijin Goomba. So go follow him. Follow all the rules chat. And yeah, I don't have any raids for the YouTube side. But I saw Pancreas was up earlier. Let me see, is he still doing things? I don't know if he stopped his stream, but I did see him. He was live earlier, but I guess not anymore. Anyways, I will see you all later this week in the Discord server. I'm going to have all of my my schedule. I'm gonna start having regular schedules and releasing that stuff. So I go there if you want updates on anything, because we're gonna keep doing Warhammer content. Yeah. So I will see you all later. Don't skip leg day, especially if you're gonna play Blood Bowl. Don't skip leg day, okay? I will see you all later this week. Bye!